So hey guys, welcome back to Let's Build a City Season 2. We're going to move out of this city and we're going to move 300 meters to another place, new location, a new start, and with this we're going to use Tekkit to build a great huge industrial city using all the blocks we can use, all the redstone contraptions, repeaters, timers, and we're just going to make cool, sick buildings, sick machines, and I'm just going to have a lot of fun, and I'm also going to be commentating on this video so you guys actually have more of a vision of what I'm doing and what I'm trying to build here. So this is our new location, and this episode we're going to start off with Metro that goes from the old city to this new city. Enjoy! Well, first things first was of course getting rid of all this grass so I could put in the flooring. Wasn't really hard to do seeing as there are great huge holes in the floor. Now for the floors I used marble bricks. These are bricks that you can find in Tekkit. They are pretty good. They just look like white cobblestone bricks, but in my opinion they are a lot nicer. I usually use them for walls, but for this time I use them as flooring. Had to fill in the pool here, which took me a little while. Now after a while fucking around I finally finished it and we can move on to the walls. For the walls I used cobblestone bricks because I wanted to keep it traditional to the city look. I wasn't going to go all modern right in this old school city. When we get to the other station in the new city, that's when I'm going to use a modern building. But for now I just wanted to keep it old school, traditional, small, easy, but also industrial because we won't be able to move anyway. So that was the walls finished, and now it was time to go to the door. I didn't want a normal doorway. I wanted of course a public open door that you can just walk through. There aren't even doors, it's just an open space where you can walk in, and I wanted to put in a little bit of depth in there, sorry. And by that I just used this, I cut off the corner and I put a diagonal door in there, and I'm now fixing up the path to make it nice and neat. I'm not really sure about the fading and the marble brick connecting together. I might change that, I might add something cool, but it just looks too rough in my opinion. That's something for next episode. Now that with the streets finished, now it's time to do the most horrible chore there is in a building, and that was doing the roof. And I already started off bad. In my opinion, wood was not suitable, it just doesn't look good. When I finished using it I was like, no, this is not my style at all. I might change the next episode, but I left it as it is for now. Now my goal here was on the roof was to make 12 squares where I could put lights in, and I already fucked that up because I miscalculated the wall. The wall was one block too far in, so I had to move it back one wall, which added on it of course extra time to my job, but the end result made me happy. Now that I've fixed that, I could finally make my squares for the lights. As you can see here, I'm doing 3 blocks, 3 by 3 squares, moving the platform by 3, and then adding another 3 by 3 squares. I closed the the front square here, and I don't put any squares there. I'll tell you why, because this is where the platform, well, not the platform's going to go, that's where the main card's going to go. I'm going to put a map there which will tell you exactly where the minecart is underground so you actually know where it is and when it's going to arrive. So I just finished up this roof here, and again, because I'm so smart, I miscalculated again, but this time I didn't have one block too far in, I had one block too far out, so I had to move the wall in to get a nice, neat, perfect symmetrical square. Now that I've finished that, it's time to go on to the lighting. For lighting, I also used Tekkit lights. I didn't use redstone lamps. I used brown lamps, which I really didn't like, so in the end I changed them to white. But of course, first my smart arse filled all the lights in, I hooked all the lights up to the red wires, and then I decided to change it. So as you can see me here, I'm using the red wire mod. This redstone's a lot easier to use because it doesn't have a 12 block radius. It can run for miles and miles and it won't end the current. So you can see me here hooking them all up to one cable. This is what I mean. That's where the wall's going to go, where I can put in the wires all behind that. And this is what it looks like, and just looking at that brown, it made me nauseous. So I've filled in the wall here where all the electrical switches and maintenance is going to go, and that's why I don't have that light. So turned it off, broke out all the holes and made them all white lamps again. I'm just smashing holes in the roof with a zombie just walking around minding his own business. And boom, there you have it. White lamps are, in my opinion, a lot better. So what I do now is, of course, I forgot, for some weird reason, I forgot that it would be nice and pleasurable to have windows inside the building, so I removed the wall. And yet again, I also wasn't pleased with the lights because I have a platform to build and I wanted the lights to fit nicely symmetrically in with the platform, so I removed 2 lights out and I moved 2 blocks in. I don't even remember what I was doing, but the result was good. Put down some pillars for the platform to support itself on. Okay, I shouldn't lie, I just did it because I wanted to look nicer. And I'm filling in the windows. Not really the best window texture pack there is because it looks like there's no blocks there at all. But trust me, there is glass. And now I don't put glass, I just put in wooden frames because I didn't know, I had the feeling when you're at the platform it would be nice for you to wave your families goodbye, so you can stand outside and wave them goodbye. And here you see me removing the marble brick so I can lay down the actual tracks and something that looks like where a track should belong on. For this I use machine blocks. It's not really building material, but it does look nice. Putting down some power rails. I've filled in this wall because this is where we're going to descend, because we're going underground, so somewhere in this station there had to be a descending point, and this is where it's going to be. It was very dark down there, so I'm placing torches everywhere. Put down the machine blocks, also fix up the walls because that just looks disgusting. put down the roof, and yet again also it was time to twiddle with more lights that will go help you descend. This is what it looks like so far. I have two switches. One switch will go to the main building lights, so you can turn them on, and this switch will be only for the tunnel lights. It's going to start here and it's going to power it all the way to the end of the station. I mean all the way to the other end, to the next station. So there you go. Now all those lights were fixed as well. Looks a lot better. Close that off. Put some fence down for decorations and also for safety. And now this is where the wall's going to be, which will tell you where the minecart is exactly. Well, not exactly, but it's going to tell you if it's either at the station in the new city, or in the area of the new city, in the area of this city, or at the station in this city. I don't know why I put a light down to tell you it's in this station, because if it was in this station you'll see it. I'm not really happy with the white wall. That's yet again something that I will change later on. I put down some green lights here so you have a better visual wall, so it looks a lot better. You can read the signs. Just had a little poke here to see if that was better. Didn't think it was better, but I'm still not happy with it. Just wanted to pop a map on the wall if I could finally find it. Once I found it, I added up some lights to make it all visible and beautiful. And that is the end of this part, season 2, episode 1, Metrostation. Next episode we're going to be tunneling all the way underground. Goodbye guys.